Yay, we're getting to the end. 7.4 sustainable development, right? Using resources in ways that preserve ecosystem services is called sustainable development. There is a big push, as certainly in the tourism industry, to actually make sure that the impact that the tourists are having is minimized. Different programs have been in place. For instance, here locally in the Everglades, there are programs that for to tread lightly on public lands and to pick up your garbage and to not disturb as little as possible the natural environment. For instance, people that regularly use ATCs or kayaks or different types of vehicles to get around and to enjoy nature. They want to make sure that they're having as little as possible impact on the land. Right, staying on trails is one way to do this. Right, instead of just blazing your own path. I know as Americans, that's the thing. We blaze our own path, but that's not something that helps the environment to do that. So, in order for everybody to enjoy it, stay on trails, pick up your garbage, and enjoy the scenery. So, sustainable development, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable development should provide for human needs while preserving ecosystems. It should cause no long term harm to the soil, water, and climate. It should consume as little energy and materials as possible. Finally, sustainable development must take into account human needs and economic systems. We see this changes in agriculture, the use of reusable energy sources, for instance, solar panels, windmills, all these different techniques. I've actually known some people that out in the Keys, they put these generators at the bottom of a canal. And as the tides move in and out, it generates energy for homes that are close by. So there is a way, uh, ingenuity will find a way, good old engineering will find solutions. We just have to have the will to put them in place. When we talk about a renewable resource, it's one that can be produced or replaced by a healthy ecosystem. Uh, so, uh, so even still, and there's always a cost associated. When we talked about windmills, we talk about solar. There's still lots of pollutants in the process of making those windmills, in the process of making those solar cells. And if they're not very efficient, some solar cells, the lifespans between 5 and 10 years. Then what do we do with them? They become trash. And some of the additives to make these solar cells, it's not very good. They're actually carcinogens. They're pollutants as well. So we just got to do better. We got to do better. We got to find better ways of protecting our environment. Resiliency, it talks about sustainable development must be flexible enough to survive environmental stresses like droughts, floods, storms, heat waves, or cold snaps. For instance, here in South Florida, we have some of the most stringent codes, building codes, right, for our homes because we regularly experience wind storms with high wind damage, right, hurricanes. And but yet we see and up near Tallahassee, the one of the last few hurricanes, where the whole town, I think it was called Mexico Beach or something, was devastated by the hurricane, and yet one house that was engineered with superior building codes was actually to withstand the brunt of it. So we have the ability to actually create resiliency within our infrastructure. So let's talk about all right, the review 7.4 review the key questions. How are resources used in sustainable development? Answer. In sustainable development, resources are used in ways that preserve ecosystem services. Number two, why is resilience important for sustainable development? Well, sustainable development must include resilience to be flexible enough to survive environmental stresses. If development is not resilient, then unpredictable environmental stresses like hurricanes or earthquakes can cause loss of life and property. And again, please go over chapter 7. Go over your outlines for the other chapters we've done up to the year. Remember, the first unit assessment is going to encompass all the chapters we've done. That's the great thing about doing outlines. Instead of going through all those chapters just to get ready, you just grab your outlines, right? Hopefully at the end of the year, that's something you'll do as well. As we prepare for the EOC, one of the strategies is to go through your outlines. If you've done good outlines, they've helped you on the tests, then more than likely it's going to help you on the EOC as well. It'll refresh you on some of the topics that were early on in the year, and it'll help you to maximize your score. All right. I'll see you not Wednesday, I'll see you Thursday. And good luck. Stay safe. Arrivederci Roma.